This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2. We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Washington Commanders. 2 one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You look at this Eagle defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Here's 2nd and 10. And Howe will throw it. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Howell from the gun. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run again here with Robinson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run with Gibson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it down from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
At their own 25-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First carry for DeAndre Swift. Taken down at the 42. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Second down at 6 now from the 42. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 46, here's second down and 7. Throwing is Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Hurts. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Swift. He is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
This 2nd and 4. look to throw it. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Howell. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's one as a quarterback where you put both hands on your helmet and say, I can't believe I just did that. If he puts a little more touch on that ball, the receiver's still running. Instead, it's just an incomplete pass.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Howell. He's got him in. Complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, 81 yards. And the Commanders are back within a score. Well, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, and even better run for big yardage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
People are getting paid. People are cashing checks.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. His throw incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Second and 10. Back to throw here. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Swift. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second down and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to stretch out their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Commanders 10. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing here, Howell. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Howell. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw, Howell. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Howell now to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Howell. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Second and 9 now from the 21. They'll set up to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
I see the surprise in the face there, Parker. That is a rare incompletion for him. He's been on point this entire game.
Yes, percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the return, it's Rodgers. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. Now 2nd and 9. Howell out of the shotgun. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You've got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Curl. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He's got a man, it's his fullback, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 2nd down and 6 now. Looking to throw. Howell. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw. Howell. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. this Philly offense set to go. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. You know, maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to keep the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. That's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
You know, all players are taught from drive to drive, from series to series. Let that go. Why only focus on the ball? But when that ball was tipped in the air, there's no way they weren't thinking about the interception that was thrown on the previous drive. Could this turn into a second one? And if it did, that could really change the way this game was going.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, 45 yards. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. And Hal will throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Howell. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Off-play action. It's Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give to Gibson running right. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Howell. Able to connect with Dotson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Howell. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Sam Howell. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Commanders get a bit closer.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Hurts on the option right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we can hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped up. Yeah, and you have to think to yourself that I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback. The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Hurts. This one into the hands of Jalen Camp. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game. There he goes, left side. Antonio Gibson, touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 53 yards. And the Commanders are back within a couple of the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Howell throwing for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This is Smith with a ground. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So first and 10 now from the 30. Swift going to try up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Nowhere to turn here, he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, third and long. Now back to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but
it got his man complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. Now Howell. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Well, they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Here's Howell. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 9 on the play, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll run up the middle with McAllister. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing here, Howell. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders have taken a 4th-quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt. They'll try and throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 55 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing is Hurts. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Rodgers on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. Howell, he'll look to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, McCoy. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The catch play-action run, good for 18 and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Come on, boys, keep it going. Take it to them. Come on, guys. Let's make a play here. Come on, boys. Here we go.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give running left, McAllister. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
The line formation fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost start, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Here's 2nd down.
He's back to throw.
He's got the hook up here to Camp. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to find him and drop him.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
Oh, what a time for the defense to go missing in action. How do you allow a play like that on 4th down? That lets them right back into the ball game.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
Again from the 15, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down to their final play. Got to get in the end zone. It's part 1, part 2, the 2-point conversion.
Throw the 2-point conversion right out of their mind. That's what they have to do. What you said is accurate. In the end zone, have to score a touchdown for that to even matter.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for Washington, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.